Hey glampers, welcome back to Those Who Glamp Together. We're Mike and Joni. We are finally at a point where we've got 10,000 miles on our Tandara in 6 months.
Yeah.
So we are going to do a review of the things we love about this camper that we kind of expected we would love. But the things that kind of creeped in is like, we're not so fond of that. So let's get at it. In our living space right now. Let's start off by the things we actually like about our living space. What do you like?
Well, one of the things, the reason why we picked this is I wanted all the windows on, I call this the living side of the camper. So usually your fire pit's on this side, you can see out. So like if we have to come in, maybe prep some food, we can still see what's going on outside on our living side.
And if you've seen our video when we were searching for rigs, that was a game changer. We had to have, that was a must have.
Yeah.
And for me, the biggest thing is there's so much storage in this living side. We've got all of this space up here and above the TV, and we don't use it all. There's no way we can use it all. And we've taken some big trips. For me, another thing is the fact that we have opposing slides is a game changer for space. We've literally had 7 or 8 adults in this space, and we didn't feel cramped or crowded.
Yeah.
So that to me is a game changer. And another thing, another like is that we have no carpet whatsoever in the living space or in the whole camper. No carpet. I love it. So what are things not that we dislike it, but if we could, we would change it.
The slide out that's on the non-living side, it is kind of like a toe kicker, and I don't like that. I like the flush floor, and I wish they would just do that on every slide out. If you're gonna walk on it, make it so you can walk on it. It gets in the way when you're cooking, and that's one thing I don't like.
I agree. But as for me, a dislike, I don't really have any for the living space. I like how, as far as our recliners are situated straight across from the TV, the heat, the couch is actually, for a trifold, it's a very easy trifold. We've had our grandkids on it. It seems to work out really well. So I don't have a dislike. Even the fact that the heat vents are not coming up through the floor.
Yeah.
So that's a plus for me as well. So, but all in all, we love this living space of our Tandara.
Alright, so now we're in the kitchen. So
Big move.
Yeah.
Big move. Long time to get here.
Yeah, big commute to get over here. But some of the things in this kitchen we really like is we talked about having an island and wanting an island, and we got that, and that's fine. There is a dislike I don't like here, and I'll share that with you in a minute. But just the design of the kitchen in general, the number one thing, and we both agree with this, when the slide outs are in, we can actually still access our refrigerator
the
and
whole fridge, not just half of it, the whole thing.
The only thing you cannot get to is basically any of these cabinets because they're butted up against each other. But I have noticed that we've been able to just crack one open, kind of get what we need, and then shut it. So that's something.
And that was a must-have. That was something we was searching. Every rig that was one of the things we asked, and something you can do if you're shopping for a camper. Go there, but ask them to pull the slides in so you can see what you can get to.
Yeah.
'Cause to us, that's important, because when you're traveling and you don't want to just stop anywhere to get food, you can just get in the back of your rig, make a sandwich, get back in your truck, and roll. So that was important to us. One of my likes in here is pretty much the same as hers, except for I'll go with the table, our kitchen table. There's no legs underneath of it. It's mounted on the slide wall. So me being 6'2", I don't smack my knees on anything trying to get under there. I don't have to wiggle around the legs of the table. But it's a twofold for that. I can get under there easy, but in transit, it gives us space to put our electric bikes. We can pack them away in containers, and they slide right in there around the table, and it makes it nice for that.
We did kind of, I don't know if you would call it upgrade the seats, but the seats are not the originals that came with this. We wanted collapsible ones that we could store underneath the bed. They fit great.
So that's my like is with our kitchen.
Yeah, and I would say another like that it is very bright in here.
Yeah.
We get a lot of compliments with this rig of like how bright it is in here, and that it's not drabby. So this was one of the things that drew us to it. But when we were touring this rig, we never saw it with lights on.
And it was so bright.
It was a shocker when we did get this rig and we saw it with all the lights on of how much more brighter it was.
And right now in this video, we have every light on in this living space in the kitchen.
And it's very like cloudy, so
yeah, it's very dark outside.
Yeah, it's very dark outside, so it gets even brighter in here.
Yeah. What other lights do you have?
I have a lot of little things. It goes kind of back to the storage. We have a lot of storage that we don't use, or it's
big storage
fairly
here,
empty.
big storage here.
And then also the pantry is kind of a #1 highlight of this rig. One side's a pantry, the other side you can make it into a closet if you wish.
So I do like the fact that, I'll get back to the island, it's not a massive island. Keep in mind we're a 35-foot, 4-inch camper, 35.4, 35.5, something like that. So a massive island would have stuck out into the living space. So it's plenty of island space, but not too much. And that's one thing I like about having it. So.
Yeah, and with the island, I'm going to go into the dislikes.
Dun dun dun.
The one thing I don't like, and I've said this time and time again, when I see a sink centered in a island, I'm a little less impressed.
And if you've seen some of our videos where we're like prepping for breakfast, we're working on this side and we got all of our stuff sitting here. So you kind of have to walk around, grab it, take it back over. Instead of being able to use one big space, we're trying to divide it up. So it's inconvenient, not unbearable. It's an inconvenience. And what it does in storage below is nice.
Right.
As far as having it centered, that we got great storage on the bottom side. But I think we'd have been willing to give up a little bit of that for a sink that is offset to give us more prep space on one side. That's it.
Yeah, I don't care what it does underneath here. Now, I do have to say, one of the things we do love about this, the island has a trash can built in.
Yep.
And we do like that because then we don't have to have a trash can on the outside figuring out where it sits when we're in transit or it gets knocked over.
The Fantastic fan is right above where you would be cooking, so it works great.
All right, so we're going to move on into the bathroom.
Welcome to the loo, the latrine, the head, the bathroom. What do you like about it?
Okay, storage.
Yeah, we got a lot of storage.
Big amount of storage.
For the size of the bathroom, there's quite a bit of storage.
Yeah, and we didn't really want a big bathroom anyways, but it's always a concern for Mike's height and how big he is to get in the shower.
Yep.
So that is another plus that we do like about it.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in there for me. Like I said, 6'2", 240.
Yep.
I have plenty of room.
So what do you like about it? I
like the placement of the toilet. If this was Matt's RV reviews, he would give it a prime pooping position. Bing! One of those, if you like Matt. A tribute to Matt, not stealing it. But yeah, it's perfect placement. There's plenty of room in here when you're by yourself. As you can see, we're both in here. We may have to get a little close, but
I don't mind.
We don't mind.
And too, on the toilet, it's a porcelain toilet.
Yep, porcelain toilet.
Wanted that.
One-piece shower, not two. So it's a one-piece fiberglass shower, so no opportunities to leak. So yeah, really an effective bathroom for a 35-foot camper.
Yep. So the things that we don't really care about this bathroom and I don't even think it's the setup, but For me, I don't care for how the shower door is designed because the tracks hold water and they're extremely hard to dry out, clean out. We've already had, in the beginning, we had a shower leak because it wasn't caulked correctly, so we've had to fix that.
And that is something on the forums for East to West. Everybody that has this shower and this rig, or all their showers, were leaking. Everybody I read, every research I did is those showers were going to leak. And of course, sure enough, ours did.
Yeah, we found it right away.
Yeah, first shower.
So it didn't do any damage anyway.
No. We caught it, recaulked it, and we're good.
Yeah, we haven't had a leak since. The other thing about the shower I dislike is the drain sits. It sits in a cup, but then it sits up in the cup, and then that cup holds water. So you're constantly needing to like get that dried out.
After the shower's done, you'll have water there. And now back to the things we love about this. We do love the pocket doors.
Yep. This has 2 doors.
This has 2 doors, and you're watching us from the bedroom. So that pocket door we actually don't use. We thought we would use it a lot more, but I think it's meant for if we have guests, and we don't really have guests. We've had our grandkids, and there was no issues. But one thing, back to dislikes, is there's nowhere to put a trash can in this bathroom. So we actually just leave it on the floor since this door here is closed, and it sits on the floor where the door is. It's just the only place for it to go.
Yeah,
and
it really is.
You need a trash can in the bathroom.
Yep.
So other than that, I love this space. Like I said, for a 35-foot camper, this is a lot of space, a lot of bathroom for the camper. So I really like it.
Yeah. And one other point we've talked about in the past is we would have done a fantastic fan in here.
Yep.
And not just this one. Even though I can reach this one.
Yeah, she can reach it, but it just doesn't pull the moisture out as fast as a fantastic fan would. It wouldn't have cost them much more money than to put a fantastic fan in there. It comes with a remote, so you just open it and start it. So
I would even say if they could have added it as an option, we would have opted for it.
I'll end up putting it in myself, but no big deal. So, what do we like about this bedroom?
Well, number one, no carpet. We love not having, actually this whole rig inside does not have carpet.
Right,
so that was a number one deal. We did not want carpet in the bedrooms.
Now, as far as Tandara is concerned, the bedrooms come with a king bed. That's the way they come. You can option in the queen at no extra cost. They don't charge you. We option in the queen, and this is why. If I stand up, I got room beside the bed on both sides. The king would have given us probably 6 inches less space.
It wasn't a big drastic difference, but one, we already had the mattress, so we were like, we really want to stick with queen because we already had the mattress for it.
One other thing is the storage in here again is amazing.
Yep.
The big closet. We have a dresser right here, storage under the bed, a lot of storage under the bed.
Yeah, and what Tandara did too in the closet is they gave you a washer-dryer situation where if one side you want to do a combo, you can, or you can do a washer on one side and a dryer on another.
Yep. The bedroom is very adequate. Like I said, I'm 6'2". I don't have any issue with head space here. This is a head knocker right here, of course. Our first time with a slide with a bed in it, so a couple times you whack your melon on that, you'll know it's there.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a great bedroom.
Yeah. We did option for an extra AC here. I would say the only thing that we dislike about this room, and we both agree upon this one, is that the closet space is so big. I am struggling trying to find a decent shoe rack or any kind of storage that fits in there because it kind of has an open tray and then there's like a little step up.
They could have done like a lot of other manufacturers and just put a built-in shoe rack storage up against the cap area.
Yeah.
Because it's available. There's room for it.
Yeah. And if it was an option, we would have opted for it.
One other thing we don't like, and it's mainly because the option, these are standard with the king, is you don't get side tables with the bed. We had to basically come up with something ourselves so that we can put our phones there or whatever you want to put there.
Glasses.
Yeah, put my glasses there at night or whatever it is. I mean, so that would have been nice to have that in the rig. But because the king comes all the way to the wall, both sides. Really cool thing about this bedroom, the door. It has a magnet catch. So that door stays open during transit on that magnet. So there you have it. That is the Tandara inside. All right, it's time to do the outside of the rig. What we like, what we don't like, what we would definitely change. How's that? These steps. I personally love these steps. Yeah.
We did want them because they have 4.
Right. They gave us the right amount of steps, 4. I've seen some that had 3 on the same model, and it doesn't work out well. They actually put the wrong ones on, but the steps are great except for like days like today.
Yeah.
The water, the rain, it literally just stopped raining after all night. This water, when we put these steps up, it's going to drip inside. You can't stop it unless you personally come out here with a towel and completely dry everything. Then you're not going to get every nook and cranny. Yeah. So basically what we do is we do the best we can. We put a towel down, raise them up to stop it. And it goes for, on dry days, dirt, you know, rocks or whatever. You gotta keep up with these steps. Albeit messy, it's massive. We're still working on our systems on how we're gonna keep it organized. It's more of a catch-all right now, but there is plenty of storage here. Yeah. I love the fact that this has the magnet latch to hold it up, hands-free, and the slam latches are steel, they're not plastic. All right, so on the front cap here, not a lot to like or dislike, but I do like the front cap lights, but that's another hindrance. They are so bright. We call it the beacon because this thing is so bright at night, it would light up a quarter of this camp area that we're in right now. I love the lights, but they are very bright. As we know, we do have a bedroom slide. I'm not a fan of the cable slide system. They could have done a Schwintek. They could have done something else. All right, and on the other side of the storage, it's a dislike for us. This door, because of this slide, only opened up to here. So if you want to get in here, you got to bend down, and this is where all the heavy stuff is. I literally have to pick all this heavy stuff up, bent at a 90-degree angle. I just don't like it. It's old real quick. Now we are getting ready to order a cargo slide tray, so I can put it in here, pull it out, and reach the things I need to reach. But there are better ways that could have done this. Other companies we've seen open them side to side. It'd have been better. But like we do have, the fact that our water bay is enclosed, that is awesome. It helps with the 4-seasonality of this camper. It allows us to camper in the colder weathers because it's heated and everything water-wise stays warm. All right, so as far as suspension and tires, I love the fact that they put a Cree 3000 on here. We've noticed that things just don't move like they did on our last rig. I assume it's the suspension giving us 3 inches more travel. The one thing that I don't like on here is the Castle Rock tires. Now I am impressed with them so far. We got 10,000 miles on this rig and it's almost showing no wear, or they're wearing very evenly, if I would say. But I am very, very on top of the tire pressure, to say the least. 4 China bomb tires, they're hanging in there pretty well.
So another point we want to make about the outside of our rig is we opted to get the 2 awnings. So we do have an extra awning. The one comes standard, which is the one behind us. But each of them run off of their own system. So you can have one out or both of them out, just depending on what you want to do. We love having 2 awnings, and we wouldn't change that. Right. But there's only one switch for both lights, and we wish they would have separated them. If you really didn't want all that light at night, you could turn just one of them on.
And those awning lights are like the front cap. They are very bright white awning lights. We love it. We love the fact that we have it. But they could have put them on a dimmer. They could have put 2 switches for sure, and then both of them on a dimmer so you could adjust the light for outside. just starting to sprinkle again, so let's run back inside. So that is our 2021 Tandara 10K review. 10,000 miles on it. She's handled fantastic.
I think we still are confirming that we made the right decision for us. This decision isn't for everybody, but for what we want to do.
Exactly. But we really hope that what you've seen in this, with what we've like and don't like, if you're searching for a rig, use this to your advantage. You know, use what we've found out about our rig. It doesn't have to be this rig, like Joni said. Apply these things to what you're looking for, and if they don't fit you, that's fine too. We hope you enjoyed our review. Happy glamping.